Hello and welcome to this special segment with the man of the moment, the ISRO chairman, Mr. Somanath. Sir, firstly, congratulations to you, on behalf of India Today and the whole of the country, that we are so proud as to what has happened in the last 12 hours with ISRO and its achievements. First, tell us, what is the mood in your team? How overwhelmed are you? How proud and how happy are you today?
No, they are very joyful. They are excited to see the success of their hard work happening right on moon, and all that they wanted to achieve, the nominal mission has been achieved. So they are really excited to see further work to happen now, including the science experiment that are to happen. It also involves complex processes, complex activities, and involves a lot of systems on board to work very well. So they're all looking towards that now.
Take us through the last 15 minutes. I saw the live visuals. All of you were quite relaxed. You knew what was happening. Things were under control. Take us through what you were going through in the last 15 minutes since the start of the power descent till the touchdown.
See, when such an event takes place, especially like a landing, it is like a rocket launch. No, rocket launch also hundreds and thousands of events takes place, measurements and complex functionality do happen. So it is similar to that. So we were all waiting for the things to happen as nominally planned, but excited. Yes.
It's been almost 12 hours since we have done a soft landing.
Yeah.
When India slept, the rover was just coming out. When India woke up this morning, we had to see the tweet that India has taken the first steps on the moon. Tell us the next course of action. What is the Pragyan rover doing right now? How far would it go? What experiments would it carry on?
See, Pragyan rover is just on the moon now. Now we have to move it further. There are a lot of things to do, which includes path planning, traveling little more distances. Then after that, doing experiments with it. But that will take some more time, and we have to have various other conditions suitable for it, including ground visibility, the ground station's availability, and very many things have to be checked. So depending on that, further activities on rover will take place.
The data is quite crucial, is what everyone is saying. We have seen scientists from US, Europe, across the globe congratulating you and saying this is not just an achievement for India, for the humanity as well, because southern part of the moon, south pole of the moon, no one has gone, and there are evidences that there might be water hidden there.
Yeah, as told by Honorable Prime Minister yesterday, he was also specifically telling this mission is just not for India alone. It's for the whole world, so that the other people get inspired to travel to moon and then find out and explore. I think there is a renewed interest in going to the southern part of the moon, hopefully to look for more of resources, natural resources that is suitable for human beings, for its colonization or further expansion or traveling beyond moon. So scientific community across the globe are very keen to see that we succeed and also bring out useful scientific results, as we did for Chandrayaan 1 and 2.
Sir, you were talking about the experiments would go on for 14 Earth days, that's one lunar day.
Yeah.
But there were also reports about how you are trying to capture some power through the solar rays and then maybe reignite it on the next 14 days. Maybe the 28 days experiments would be carried on. Are we hopeful of it, or is just one lunar day that we are looking at?
See, we are nominally looking at only for one lunar day, which is 14 days until the sunlight is there. And the sun set at the end of the 14th day, we will have night falling in and the temperature will drop very drastically for the next 14 days. Even if you take preparatory actions, protections for all of that to survive, but the possibilities are very difficult. Though we tested it at lower temperature, it worked, but it need not in a very different environment. So we are hopeful that it will work after the 14 days. And once after the 14 days, most of the liquid inside, like the propellants, would have frozen. Some of the electronics would have got damaged.
Yeah.
The battery also would have gone dead.
Yeah.
So all these are possible. But the contrary is also equally possible. So we will wait for that remaining 14 days, like at the end of 28th day when the sun comes up. Maybe a few days later, we will again check whether it is in good condition.
So I don't know if you had seen the amount of love that you have got in the last 24 hours. You were busy in the command center. When we reported, people from Kashmir to Kanyakumari holding Indian flags, children in all planetariums, saying Jai Hind, Jai ISRO. How does it feel to be in this chair today?
I would have been doing just the same if I was outside. It gives such a feeling of being Indian and celebrating our success of every Indian. I too feel from inside the same feeling.
What next for ISRO after Chandrayaan 3? What are the next upcoming projects? Of course, Gaganyaan is there. When do we see our own men, women going to the space?
Gaganyaan program is moving steadily. It is a very complex program. The only point that we don't want to miss the very first attempt.
Yeah.
Of course, Chandrayaan 2 had that problem. So here we are moving very cautiously to ensure that we do enough number of tests, enough number of simulation, go through a very elaborate development plan. And also we face certain challenges in terms of the last many years of like the COVID and also the global recession and global chip crisis, etc., etc. So that put us little slow, but then we have picked up momentum now.
How soon would we be in?
I am not defining any date for it right now. What we are focusing on to complete the design, to start testing. So the first of the major test, we have been doing hundreds of tests. Our rocket is already human rated, but the demonstration of the crew module and crew escape system is crucial. So that will happen possibly in end of September, October.
Oh, okay, great. The Prime Minister says that you were destined to be here and the soft landing to be done in Chandrayaan 3 because your name itself says the Lord of the Moon. How did it feel to talk to the Prime Minister and him talking about you in such a manner?
He is an inspiration for all of us, specifically for the scientists and engineers in space department. He is a space buff as well. So he knows what we do. He has a reasonably good, deeper understanding of its applications, the technology, and he can ask questions which are very tough for us itself. And so because of his great interest in the subject, and he naturally he will be excited to see the success, and it assures us further support and encouragement from the government and the people. And he is the one who will ensure us that continued support and for us to expand the space sector in India. And it's very evident by his space sector reforms that has come and opened up new players to come inside to expand this possibility. And also his interest to look at the future exploration missions like going to Venus and further Mars or etc. So it actually shows the spirit that is there within all of us to see that India grows bigger.
We are told that he's coming this weekend to congratulate all of you here personally. How prepared are you to receive him and what celebrations would be there when he comes?
I am hopeful that he will be able to come and we all wait for that. When he comes, I think his goal will be to congratulate us and meet the people who worked behind the scenes. And he said that way that to each and every ISRO scientist and their family, he gave the greetings. I hope that he may be interested to say that personally to them.
So, and as soon as the landing was done, almost by 11, 12 o'clock, a video got viral of you celebrating and dancing. I don't know if you have seen it across all social media. Of course, it's an old video. Did you still celebrate at home? Did you shake a leg? Did you celebrate? Did you dance with happiness today?
No, not at all. I think those were unconnected events.
Correct.
So when you unconnected events to this, there is no need to connection. This is a technical event in which that we were doing certain work all through yesterday night. And we were here even after the landing for hours together to achieve something. So we have to catch some sleep. That's all I did yesterday.
So, and the Prime Minister spoke about the next solar project. Not just sun, but we would go beyond. Could you throw some light on it?
See, we are already having that mission called Aditya L1, which is basically engineered to look at the sun, understand its coronal dynamics and its impact on solar weather and correspondingly the weather on Earth. So that mission is ready for launch now. September it will be launched. And it will take another 120 plus days to reach that destination where it is going to be placed at L1 point. And after that, for next 5 years, I'm hopeful that it will give a very valuable scientific outcome to supplement the earthbound solar studies that we are doing.
So Chandrayaan 2 is still orbiting is what we are told. How crucial it is are you getting the communication through Chandrayaan 2? Is it been?
No, we don't need Chandrayaan 2 for communication in the nominal course. So it is able to reach up to the ground stations directly. But in case of any communication difficulties, Chandrayaan 2 will be useful.
Oh. So have you already started sharing the data with the other space agencies or is it still yet to be done?
No, with the science part is yet to be done.
Is yet to be done?
Yes.
And when do we start seeing the results? How soon do you think the experiments that carried out?
We'll have to finish it in 14 days.
Within 14
so we
days.
don't have much time left.
Okay. That's fine. Sir, and also the Chinese space agencies have already taken the Chang'e 5 mission, took soil and came back. Maybe next few decades or years, are we also looking at something like that? And also the Artemis is in this decade, scheduled in this decade as well, when people would go back to the moon. How do you see that ISRO can give some contribution to these projects as well?
See, there is no limit of imagination and thinking and capability that we have to have. we can do all of that. Sample return missions, sending human beings to moon and Mars, landing on Mars, all these are within our reach in terms of technological capability. But what is most important is first to establish the competency in science sector, and also the money that we need to spend is huge, so that much resources we need to gather. And then create that ecosystem within this country where the benefit of doing all of this will actually accrue to each one of them. Scientific sector, technology sector, employment, etc., etc. So based on that, decisions will be taken.
So as we come to this end of an interview, one final message to Indians. What do you have to say of what ISRO has achieved? One final message to the Indians.
So ISRO has been an inspirational organization. In the last 60 plus years, we have created what in a developed nation long back, when we thought about going to space, we created the launcher, satellite and other capabilities, including scientific capability. It is something that we must rejoice that we have achieved such a level today with a frugal budget, and it also with in a governmental system that we could do this. Now the transition is happening, and so many young people are interested to work in space, and I invite all of them to come to space, contribute and expand our space sector.
Thank you so much, sir. That was the man of the moment, the man on the moon himself, Mr. Somanath, talking inspirationally about how youngsters, youth of India should take more interest in space, and for the next coming years, ISRO is really reaching greater heights. Thank you for watching India Today.